What's going on, guys? Corey Willis here with my good friend Chris Bolton, and you are listening to the Breakdown Sportscast. Guys, we are getting closer to 100 subscribers, guys. I'm gonna let Chris let you know what you can do in order to get your name into a free raffle for some free merch.
Yeah, no, like Corey said, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers. We need you guys to do something for us. So for this video, we need you first and foremost to like the video. It's huge. It's key for the algorithm. It gets everybody to see it. So like the video. Also, you have to subscribe. So subscribe to the channel. And then we also need you to comment who you're repping. Do those three things for us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment your school. That puts you in the running to receive the free merch. So we're gonna send you some merch of your favorite team. So make that happen. Get this video out there. Get these subscribers up. Get these likes up. Hook us up. We got you. We love you. We appreciate you guys. You've been with us so far on this journey, and we're looking to continue to do bigger and better things. So we need everybody's help in making that happen. Share this video. Put it out there. Let's get you some game day swag to rep this on Saturdays for this season.
All right, Chris, we are now at the TCU Horned Frogs for 2026. This is going to be a interesting year for TCU, Chris. No more. Do you have your once star-studded quarterback? Yeah, Josh Hoover. He's now going to be with those national championship winning Indiana Hoosiers. So it's going to be interesting to see Josh Hoover win the red and white and not the purple and white now. But
yeah,
when you have great quarterbacks, great leaders leaving, you always wonder, Chris, like, hey, who's going to step up? Who's going to be QB1 going forward? Now we got Jaden Craig, transferred out of Harvard. Yeah,
he goes from wearing red and white
right
to now wearing the purple and white.
You know what? I didn't even think about that until now. That's perfect. That's perfect. So look, he traded his jersey and he said, "Look, I want to be here. I want to don that purple and white jersey now." So yeah. Out is Josh Hoover. In is Jaden Craig. Chris, Jaden Craig at Harvard. He had 2,869 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions in 2025. Looking to do some big things with the Horned Frogs in 2026. So I'll go ahead and start off with you, sir. What do you think TCU needs to do this season in terms of being a competitive football team in the Big 12 league? Because yeah, man, it's tough in letting go of a guy like Josh Hoover, and hopefully Jaden Craig can do something big in 2026.
Yeah, I think this team, I think they're going to look to ride the coattails of this O-line. I think they're going to look to put Craig in position to just be accurate. The player he is. He's a very smart quarterback, very accurate passer. And I don't think they're going to try to put too much on him. I think Josh Hoover kind of felt like he needed to make a lot of plays, and it led to him having games where he did turn the ball over some. In those games where he didn't, TCU won. That's how football goes most of the time. You take care of the football more times than not, you're going to win. In the games where he did turn the ball over multiple times, TCU lost. And so I think they're going to look to put Jaden in position to where he just makes the play that's there to be made. You have a really good offensive tackle, Corey, with Ben Taylor Whitfield, who is going to be essential to the success of this offense. I think this O-line will be crucial and key in whatever success TCU has this season.
Yeah, man. I think for this team to be competitive, yeah, they're gonna have to have everything sold up from the quarterback position, O line. Just gonna have to be as competitive as they possibly can. Just because no one's gonna be giving them handouts, especially in this league. And the teams that they play against. This season. Like, they got BYU on the schedule. We'll talk about that. Texas Tech. Um, you know, who knows what Utah is going to be like. So, um, a lot of talented teams that's going to be on their schedule, and they got to figure things out with new players and potentially uh, an opportunity to showcase what they have in store for 2026. Because they don't want to fall behind, and it, it feels like it was just yesterday we were talking about TCU being one of those playoff teams, and out the gate meet Georgia. Next thing you know, the rest was history. But we'll see what happens moving forward. But yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right, man. It's gonna come down to a lot of what the quarterback play can do and what they can do in the trenches as well. Can they protect Jaden Craig? And that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna be a must.
Yeah, and can this defense, be a very good unit? I think they can be. You bring back a lot on the line. You bring back a lot in the secondary as well. So you have some players with experience. You want to see this linebacker group take a step up, but I mean, you do bring back though Jamel Johnson at safety, and I think he's someone that he can be a big time player and contributor for this team and should be because he had 5 interceptions last season, nearly 100 tackles, 96 tackles. Corey, he's no slouch out there at safety. So they have some players on that side of the ball that can definitely be key and. And when you're bringing in a new quarterback who you don't want to just carry you, you do need that defense to take a step up. And so having veteran players coming back and returning starters, you're hoping to see this unit level up next year as well. And maybe they'll lean more on this defense, as crazy as it is to say, Corey, to lead them to victory in some of these games.
Yeah, I think they're gonna need to. And it wasn't like their defense last year was terrible. Obviously they could have been better. But they weren't the worst defense in the world by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I think with a little time and diligence and just adding more depth, hopefully that they did that this year, they can become a much more competitive football team. And if they can do that, yeah, I think some of these games that they lost, and I'm looking at the 2025 schedule, they could possibly maybe do something. Um, I think they still have Arizona State on the schedule for 2026. They lost their game last year.
That
Just
was a great game last year.
yeah, 27-24. So, yeah, well, no Arizona State on the schedule this year, but they do play Arizona. That'll be an interesting game, November the 6th. So, yeah, yeah. If they can do that, like you said, Chris, I think yeah, they got a potential chance of winning probably some of these games that a lot of the national pundits may say they have no chance of winning. So,
Yeah, I mean it's TCU, man. They are never just going to get the benefit of the doubt. I think of being expected to win a lot of those high profile matchups. They came out of nowhere to bust the party and make it to the playoff and eventually beat a Michigan to play in the national championship. So you won't see it coming with TCU. You never do. It just happens. So we'll see. I think they have a good chance of just surprise. Hey, we're 9-3. You know, like this can be a team that can definitely make some things happen. Can't count out Coach Dykes, but we'll see. That's why we play the game, right?
Yep, it's exactly the reason why we play the game, Chris. Yeah, man. It's going to be interesting to see how this team can gel, figure out some things, and if they can compete a lot harder than they did a year ago. Because hey, if they can do that, like I said um, earlier about Oklahoma State, sky's the limit. This look, the Big 12 is already wide open, Chris. Why not throw a couple more teams out there to be put in the
And Big
ringer?
12 for the longest, prior to Texas Tech collecting blue chip players like Infinity Stones, like Thanos. But prior to that starting to happen, you could just put your hand in a jar with a bunch of the names of whatever schools in the Big 12, and whichever one you pull out. Hey, okay, I got let's see, I got Arizona State. Will they win the conference? Oh snap! Arizona State. They won the league. We in the playoffs. That's how the Big 12 is. You just never know. You could be terrible one year and just flip things over and have a quick turnaround, and you right there in the conference championship game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right, man. And this past weekend, I was watching Infinity War over the weekend. I'm so happy that you said that. Oh my gosh, you gotta love Thanos and be scared of Thanos at the same time. Who knows? Maybe TCU can be the Thanos of the Big 12. Yeah, you never know.
And where did that bring you? Back to me.
Back to me.
Hey,
we can get a revenge game between Georgia and TCU in the college football playoff. Look, I'll pay for that ticket, Chris.
crazier things have happened, Corey.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows?
Indiana won a national championship.
Yes, yes. No one saw that coming, so no one will see that coming either. But in all seriousness, Chris, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, this thing can become wide open if TCU comes out the gate and they actually perform or overperform and exceed the expectations that a lot of the national media has, and even local media down in Dallas may have with TCU. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Horned Frogs this season. But overall, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out on what Jaden Craig does this year. Can he perform? As about as the way that Josh Hoover had performed, and who knows, maybe even better than what Josh Hoover had performed last season. If so, I look out for them to have a pretty interesting season.
So TCU is cooking. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We will see, man. We will see. And look, I would be remiss to say this is a team that a year ago they finished the season off with a win against USC. So in that bowl game, what was that? The Alamo Bowl? That was pretty good.
I think so. I think so.
That was a pretty good Alamo Bowl.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good. That was a really good game. Oh yeah. I think it was. It was the Alamo Bowl. 30-27 was your score in that game. So yeah, man, I'm definitely interested to see what TCU does in 2026. But before we head out, Chris, we got to look at this schedule real quick.
Corey, the college football season is right around the corner, and there's a fitness app that can have you in game shape come Saturday this fall. And that app is Atlas Fitness. Now you can go to atlasfitness.com and everything is right there for you. It's an AI powered adaptive fitness planning app. So the workouts will be structured to guide you and keep you moving towards your fitness goals. Everything right there in place, workout plans, meal plans, all of the works. All you got to do is just upload photos of where you want to be at, of what you're trying to achieve. And the app will center workouts to helping you build towards that goal body that you want to have. So definitely go to atlasfitness.com, ATLIS fitness.com, and be sure to sign up for the beta. And then coming soon to iPhones and to Androids as well is the actual app. So be on the lookout for that.
You start things off in Dublin, Ireland. August the 29th on a Saturday, 11 a.m. kickoff. Hey, we going up against Bill Belichick once again. Can we make it 2-0 against Bill Belichick?
You should, but man, why are we playing college football games out the country? I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. I don't want to see my pro football games out the country. You think I want to see college games out the country, man? Come on.
They're trying to make it global, Chris. Trying to make it global.
Man, hey, soccer is global. Football is global. We ain't got to try to keep up with that.
Well, we just had a great World Cup. Why dampen the sport of college football by bringing it to places.
Our college football here,
Yeah, our football brethren, our football friends. That it's nothing like a good old fashioned game of football. But when you bring in American college football, it's not the same. It just doesn't hit. So I'm sure a lot of people in Dublin, Ireland, are going to be saying that come time when the game starts. But we'll still be watching it because there is a great storyline there. Can Bill Belichick get his revenge, or is TCU still the top dog in this rivalry? Who knows?
We'll see.
We will see. But yeah, that's the first game of the season on August the 29th. September the 12th, you have Grambling State, followed by Arkansas State. And then you have to travel to UCF around September the 26th. So that's pretty much your first 4 games of the season.
You expect to be 4-0
yeah.
at the end of September.
Yeah. Got to. If you can't, you got some problems. So
you expect to be 4-0.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. So, but after that, October the 3rd, Chris, it gets real. BYU comes to Fort Worth.
Game.
I know. So look, BYU.
I'm talking about BYU. That's tricky. That won't be easy.
Yeah. And look, man, BYU is one of those top dogs in the league. They're not gonna be playing around with nobody. This is gonna be the first big test for TCU, Chris. So, you really want to see what the Horned Frogs are made of when the Cougars come to town on October the 3rd. So, it'll be an interesting game. Mm-hmm. And moving along, we got at Baylor October the 17th, West Virginia and Kansas on October the 31st. So that's a good little 3-game stretch right there. You got to travel to Baylor before
That Baylor
West
game is
Virginia,
sneaky,
Kansas. Yeah, that
especially
definitely
with
is a sneaky game.
what's been said about DJ Lagway lately. The streets are saying he's been doing his thing out there at fall camp.
Not surprising. Not surprising. DJ Lagway is a capable, competent quarterback when put in a good position to do so. I just think overall, the clock ran out on Lagway in
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Ran out
That's
on
that's gonna be
everybody.
that could be a tough one. That's a game to highlight to see how that one goes.
Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be one of those Bolton's bets S games.
We'll see. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't trying to put something on the game that I ain't got no idea how it's gonna play out. So that might be a Bolton's watch.
Yeah. No.
We'll
Agreed.
see.
Agreed on that one. So yeah, man. And then November the 6th, you got at Arizona, and then you finish up your last 3 games of the season. Kansas State comes to town, followed by Utah, and then you travel to Texas Tech on November the 26th. So yeah, that is your schedule. So yeah.
November's a rough month.
It's a rough month.
Yeah.
You got to at least win one of them. Look, if you can win 2 of them, oh my gosh, that's a big victory.
That would be big. That would be big. So I think it just emphasizes how important the early portion of the schedule is.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I'll say the first 6 weeks, but especially those first 4. Mm-hmm. You need to come out of September unscathed. You need to be 4-0.
Yeah.
And now, and confidence high, and carry that momentum into conference play, especially when you play at BYU and at Baylor. Those are pivotal games of the season right there. If you can win both of those games, woo! Now we're talking. I think you definitely want to be 5-1, Corey. 5-1 is the mark if you're a TCU fan when you're coming through the halfway point of the season.
I think you're right, man. So yeah, if they can handle their business around that time of the season, you start things off hot, and then I'd say you get to West Virginia and Kansas. Why not? Take care of business.
7-1.
Yes. You gotta show up and show out, man, in the games that people are rooting for you to do so, man. You look, if you stumble, man, we're gonna be talking about a whole nother different story about you. So if they can do that, I think TCU would be just fine, and they'll be pretty much where they're supposed to be. If they can go higher than that, hey, by all means, I'll love to see it.
All power to you.
So yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting season to see where TCU goes, and I can't wait until by the end of the season we can really look at this team for what they did on the gridiron, and then go forward from there.
TCU I see the Horned Frogs. I see 8 wins in the future, 8 regular season wins on the table for them. But hey, if you mess around and get 9, 10, it's not impossible. It's not impossible by any means. I definitely see this team winning 8 games, but we'll see, Corey. Maybe they will surprise. Maybe they'll shake the table and win 10 games.
Hey, I'll be all for it, man. I'll shake the table with